Hey, Paul always says something right before I pull it. I need to get some sort of sound thing in there. Hello! Welcome, it's Family Day here in British Columbia, Canada. And nobody knows what I'm talking about except me. Yay! And maybe another Canadian who could watch this someday. Cool. So it's actually a holiday. But we're
Family
playing Free
Day.
Spacer anyways, because it's awesome.
Is that the day Willy Wonka lets people into his factory?
It is.
Ah, okay.
You didn't know that Vancouver is the home
Ah,
to
I
a
did
giant
not.
chocolate factory.
I didn't. No.
Yeah. Owned by Purdy's. There's a Purdy's chocolate factory on Kingsway. Anyways, you don't know where that is either. Yes, in Canada we have streets like Kingsway is a very common street. They probably have that in Great Britain too, but I'm sure not in America. Cool. Okay, so last week we were missing our intrepid captain. He was sulking in his room, according to Kenan, the entire time.
Yeah.
As the crew flew around and got in trouble and caused problems and all sorts of things.
We only almost hit a sun, it's fine.
It was just a small sun,
Yeah.
I think.
I was drowning my sorrows.
Yeah. Okay, so as you were not here last week, and I haven't created a extra special rule for when you're not here, we just looked back at the last session you were here because you didn't yet get things for that session. So we have to do a couple things. So first thing we're doing in the pregame is Renown. And as you all probably don't recall, Renown is the very special part of the game where you can gain associations.
Yes.
So associations are your social tools, and they're awesome to have. They work like the other tools. So if your crew member had a significant scene with members of a new faction last session, or the last session you played, then you automatically get that faction with an association of 1. So I do not believe you guys did, because you didn't meet anybody new.
No, not
Did you, Captain?
I pissed the guy off, but I'm pretty sure I already knew. I already knew the faction they were with, anyway.
Okay, let's look at Liam Carter's character sheet a little bit here. Let's swing this over.
What were you doing in your cabin all that time?
He was
Just
having
drinking
an
and
encounter.
drinking and sobbing and
Eating
eating a lot of bagels. Yeah.
You talk to host Sosperetta most of the time, which is your wartime faction. Okay, cool. So, did you gain a contact last session? I know the rest of the crew spent their whole time traveling, so probably did not.
Did not. I don't
Captain,
think so.
did you gain a contact? Now, this is somebody you're interested in knowing.
Did I exchange contact information with the stoner Alathus?
I think you did get to know them. You can put them down if you wish.
Okay, yeah.
So what you do is you click on their contacts, add them, and we need to know their name, which I'll get for you.
It's fine, just put them down as stoners.
I'll say Stoner Lattice.
1 and 2.
It's Stoner Lattice. Oh, they're right. There were 2 of them. Or just 1.
Yeah.
Oh. 2 of them?
Yeah. Only one of them was actually important.
Yeah, 'cause it was two of them. It was 2 of them talking amongst themselves when I originally walked over.
Ah, I see. It's a Assessor Pradesh.
Oh.
I will put their name in here so you can see it. Assessor is a rank that I should try to spell correctly. Oh, there's 2 S's on the second. Assessor. Pradesh of House Sosperetta.
Called them useless.
What?
If I remember correctly, we were the best.
And Discord goes down.
Happened.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Bestest of friends.
Discord just totally just yanked its
Discord just
chain
Yeah, Discord just died and killed itself for everyone. Alright then.
Let's turn my
So
camera
that's
back
fun.
on. There we go. We're back. Look at that. Okay.
Hi everyone.
Just in case you thought you were here in real life, you're not. And the type
Merch is
of...
ruined.
If you thought it was pre-recorded, you'd be wrong.
Yes. If you thought I had edited this at any time, you're also wrong, because I do a much better job of editing than this. Okay, so they would be a business contact. And that's their name, Assessor Pretish.
Did you do it in chat?
I did it in Roll20's chat, so you could cut and paste.
Yes.
Because cutting and pasting from other things is more difficult.
Okie doke.
Okay, cool. And that means you get... I'm getting rid of changing this table. Get rid of this table. Anytime you have a contact with them, you're going to have 2. So you can move Host Hosperetta to 2 dice. There you go. Okay. Did we resolve any contacts? No, not really. And then finally, did we make an essential contact who's like super mega important? No, I don't think they are. They're a client. That's important, but they're not essential. Cool. Next is achievements. Now this is the part where you gain charge for your yourself, your reactor, or your ship's reactor, if you wish. So
You always get 1, right?
you start with 1, so everybody gets to add 1.
I didn't use any, so I just add to the ship.
You can charge yours.
Overcharge?
Overcharge it.
Oh, you can overcharge?
There's that little overcharge.
Just means you have to use it your next roll.
It might be better to use it for the ship if you're min-maxing.
I have 5 capacity, so I'm overcharging on it.
Damn.
You can do 5.
Yeah. he's got more
Munchkin,
capacity.
okay.
Okay, so the first one is you just get 1. So you can put it on there or on the ship, and if your charge goes above, instead of increasing it to 4, you would click the little weird exclamation mark next to overcharge and make it go black, and then you have to use
it's
it
not
on the
weird,
next
it's awesome.
task. Okay, so turmoil. Did you crew alter the status quo, changing the world around them, make it better for worse? Reshape people, places, factions in a noticeable way? Not really.
We almost reshaped our ship into nothingness.
Yeah, that doesn't really change the world, just you.
I remember that was your fault, wasn't it?
No.
It was actually my fault.
It was.
It took 2 of us to
Navigator.
get. It took 2 of us to get you out of that.
It was the dice's fault. The electronic dice.
Those dice belong to you. They're your fault.
They're fixed.
Okay,
All right.
drive. Did you take a risk to pursue your drive last session?
Hell yes.
We have a lot of curiosity and that sort of thing.
Nope. But I'm still keeping my drive, even though I didn't achieve it. Mostly because my understanding of the data stream was clarified, and I was like, wait a minute. So I do have to clarify, like, I am recording this and not streaming this because streaming it would be just stupid dangerous, and I'm not about that.
Cool.
I totally did my drive.
How? What risk did you take for your drive?
Vengeance? We decided to go after... I decided to go after...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you added
Midnight
something to the contract
ship.
just for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. You get it for that.
Nice.
So I'll add to the ship.
Okay.
Can somebody do that for me, please? I don't know where the ship...
It's the FRS Auspicious. It's the second thing right below your character sheet on the
Oh...
it
Right
has its own
below?
sheet.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
So it's charged at 2 now, so should it be 3 then? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll do it.
So the ship's at full capacity right now, by the way.
Sweet. Okay, Liam Carter. Did
That's me.
you follow your drive the last week you played? Did you take a risk?
Camaraderie.
Did you
Well, my
protect
drive
your
co-
crew?
I guess I did, yeah, by threatening the guy. I guess that's something that probably
You
happened.
protected your crew who immediately ditched you to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Did you roll dice for that, and it wasn't like this thing that was super necessary?
Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't.
sure.
I mean, I didn't need to threaten the gap. I guess
Fair enough.
I threatened a couple people.
Okay. Wow, you have overcharged. Awesome. So I'm gonna be able to throw whatever I want at you guys. It's gonna be awesome. This is gonna be starships raining
right.
from the sky and asteroids falling on your heads. It's gonna be so fun this week. Awesome.
Great.
Resolve. If you resolved one of your social bonds, which we already said you didn't, you would also get one. Victory, which is achieved a part of your contract. Let's look at your contract. Why don't we?
We found a place.
Move
We
on over.
got to the system and we found a habitable planet.
Yes,
Wow.
indeed. We should go over that. So
I
last
missed a
week
lot.
they did some traveling, and the traveling went okay. I made some mistakes, despite the fact that I wrote the rules. Yeah. Anyways, so it worked anyways. It just seemed less awesome than it could have. And you guys flew to a new planet, and you scanned a bunch and found a habitable world with
Those scan
a
rolls.
city on it. So, you do not have a sample. You don't have any of the samples or artifacts.
Not yet.
You haven't claimed a site. You haven't claimed an archaeology site. Nope. You do not get anything yet. Sorry.
It's all good.
You did not breach any of your contract yet. And you did not do retirement
Yet.
stuff last week. Cool.
Yet. Soon.
So, the last thing we get to do, and we can all discuss the sorts of skills we think we will need, is we can go through our skill lists, and determine whether or not we want to change where our training is, and change where one of our specialties is.
Right.
I'm good.
So, what are we doing
Alright.
this week? So we flew to a planet, and now you're above a planet, and there's a city full of probably people or something on it, and you know there's likely some sort of spaceship in the general vicinity, so you could do spaceship things involving spaceship stuff. You could also be landing on the planet, doing planet stuff. You need to take samples, that sort of thing. So if you want to move...
Spores, mold, and fungus.
Samples.
If you want to move a specialty or a trained skill to one of those, that is totally cool.
Yeah.
Anybody doing this? Brock? You talk
I'm trying
first.
to. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something right now because, for this planet, I don't like if we're gonna go down to planet, it's gonna be a question of who's going down the planet, and if I go down, I probably need to change some of my stuff.
I suspect most people will go down to this. I mean, splitting the crew is not the best idea.
When we're going to split the crew. Alright,
Okay,
that's
so for those who haven't played a session and done things with their ship, the ship can land. The ship's the size of like a submarine, so it's not like the Enterprise or a Star Trek ship or something where it's like massive, and if it lands, it's like this massive thing. It can land
Yeah.
in places.
Okay.
You were landed on the last world, and that is a mildly safe way of doing things, is to land your ship. You don't always just leave somebody with the ship.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I could probably like. I'm trying to think what we would need on this planet. In terms of like, maybe, like I could. Because I don't think I need to shift any of my any of the comm stuff I have. I don't think I would need to necessarily shift. So it would either be like me putting stuff into fitness, which, okay.
Fitness is
Or-
really good for survival and stuff. Athletics is better for running and jumping and that sort of thing. You could put stuff into being able to see better. You could put
Yeah.
things into being able to actually shoot or defend yourself with shields or weapons.
Yeah. Oh, I should take a point out of astronavigation. We don't need that anymore.
Yeah, you can
Put
take
it
the point out of
into-
astronavigation and put
Put
it
it
into
into
something. more likely to happen.
Away weaponry. Alright,
I'm just organizing these dices. Only have 5 in the cup today. Because you guys managed to use a bit last week. But you didn't destroy the ship, so it's not really a big deal.
Yay.
Go us.
It won't be the end of the world.
I wasn't even there.
Not that
Look,
big a
man.
deal. You get another one.
We'll get another one. Dude, it's
There's
we work for a
tons of
megacorp. We're definitely not going to get another one.
You might get another ship, but you know
we'll
what that's
find
going to
another
do
one.
to your debt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
good.
in debt the rest of our lives anyway, just like real life. So just for who cares?
Okay. Captain, did you move something?
Nope, I'm happy how I am.
Okay. Craig
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good with the rest of it.
and Paul?
I think I'm okay. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, so we're done all that sort of stuff. Let's play this game. So, we open on a star field with a small red sun in the center of it. Zoom across that and to the middle region of that system, and we see a starship above the starship FRS Auspicious above a silicate planet
That's
in
us.
orbit of a gas giant. And we come on in and we see the captain leaving his bedroom and walking up the hall. What is everyone doing on board? You were currently scanning things and such last time. What are you doing now?
Do I really need to say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just eating.
Craig is eating.
Ah,
but-
jeez.
But what is he eating this time? It's the real
But
question.
what do you say to the captain as you eat? That's it.
That too.
He just looks at him and back at his food. And turns slowly.
Okay.
And this time it's just some mystery meat that he found in the back of the fridge.
Spores, mold, and fungus.
Excellent. Okay. So you head up on the bridge, Liam, and you see the remaining crew members who aren't in the kitchen, working on the bridge. What are you gonna do? What's the plan? You
Hi, guys.
currently in orbit of
Hello.
this
Where have
planet.
you been? I'm surprised you're alive. I haven't even met you yet. Jeez.
I was having one of those days.
Yeah, one of those days.
Speaking of gas giants, just kidding. Huh?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, what's going on?
Why
Well,
don't you bring the captain up to speed?
I thought that was your job.
My job. I don't even know what's going on.
Look, apparently as the pilot, I'm supposed to bring up speed as well as everything else. Look, Captain. I'll
Oh,
show
snap.
Captain. I throw him because what I've been working on in this time is looking at the recordings and being like, what happened, and then being like, here's a short version, like a short 5-minute video version of what happened, and I throw that to him like, here's a basic video summary. What you really need to know: we got to the new system. We're above this new planet. There's a city down there with an inhabitant, probably around Earth, medieval era, maybe going into industrial era technology, that kind of thing. And that's about all we know. And there's all the planet statistics and stuff along with it.
Well, you took some liberties there, man. We don't know.
This is a very, very, very short summary that I'm giving him right now, because it's a verbal summary. Why would I... Look, you want a full report? Here. And I throw a report to you, and the report's like 20 pages long. It's like in text, and it's just like, you want something thorough?
Okay, so what you know is this is
Paper.
a silicate planet, class 8, with high surface gravity, standard pressure, optimal temperatures, argon gas, dominant gas, hydrophorous cycle of nitrogen and methane.
Sounds pleasant.
Yeah, it's quite nice. There is a city on this planet in a fertile valley, or along a fertile river, and it has large spire-like pyramids in the center of it, not dissimilar to the ones that were found by the former crew underwater and underground. And the city seems to be seems to have inhabitants. There are beings moving around. You have yet to scan them to try to figure out exactly who they are, but if you want to learn a lot about them, you'll probably have to go down there.
So it could be a couple of. It could be the. Doubtfully, it is the actual ancient originators of the technology we've been seeing. Doubtful, but it's possible, I guess. Or it could be another civilization that's grown up over it that doesn't necessarily understand what it is, or a lot of the Egyptian pyramids or whatever. Kind of.
One thing for anybody who has any geosciences abilities whatsoever.
I do. Planetology.
I have a 2 in it.
You're trained. You're trained.
Yeah,
that's good.
I got it.
So you would understand that a world tends to, when it's a native world, have many small cities, small villages all over the planet, unless there's some reason not to. And it's colonized worlds and such that tend to have like one city. That seems to be what you found here.
Maybe, I think the latter is more likely, but also it might be a case that these people are seeded here, and they're either not native to the planet or they're all gathered here, something along those lines. But I'm not quite sure.
So one of the things you can do is you could do an analysis in the city and try to determine what the shape of the people are. Like basically you're telescoping them, you're looking really closely. Or you could land and go look, which would be quite a good thing to do.
Craig make his way up to the bridge with, a bucket of something. Like, what's going on?
Bucket of meatballs.
I send him the 15-second edit version of the 5-minute video I made. Even though he should already know what's happening, but... And then I'm like...
Saved it all, though, so... It should be...
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, we're talking about what we're doing with the people down there. How they got there, that kind of thing.
We're going to put the fear of their god in them.
He immediately takes that as a cue to start scanning them.
Okay, cool. Great.
Okay. You can scan them from orbit and see if you can figure out a couple more things.
But do the scan that doesn't sterilize them. Do the regular scan, just the regular one.
Aw, it's no fun.
Okay. So
I will turn this ship around.
So last time you did a scan, you basically did a scan of the kind of area of the city, and you kind of figured out some of the stuff about it existing and such. But let's scan this individual part here for you. So go ahead. Give it your scanning best. So you're using the ship's sensors.
Okay.
And you're using your own perception analysis ability. And the difficulty would be... What are you trying to find out?
The people.
How hot are their women?
Okay, you want to know about what sort of people are down there and their likely hotness. Okay, yes. So
this is like it's part.
It would have been a pretty easy task, but the hotness thing just puts it up to like 27.
one of our drives should be horny, just like Captain Kirk, right? Am I right, guys?
You have to be but you have to be a captain in order to do it.
Yeah, that's gonna have a prerequisite.
Yeah. Prerequisite captain.
And if you don't follow it, you have to spend a day in your room.
I already produce it actually. I don't need other people.
There you go.
We already know you followed it. Yeah.
Okay, so the difficulty is, I guess it's a pretty regular thing. 3. You can't really get bioinfo, but you can get basically the shape of people and stuff, and the numbers and some of the data about the city.
Okay. Nothing from the ship can give a boost to this.
You can use your ships. Like, you can use the depth analyzer on your ship by spending a charge.
That. So that's +2.
Yes. And difficulty is 3. And I'll give you some data about the city and tell you about the people a little bit. Okay, well, you charge the ship's reactor back up to where it was, and you see all the info. Cool. Well, if you will look over here, I will move some information to somewhere you can see it.
I think the mold on that meat gave him like extra perception.
Might have.
It might not be entirely real, but it's there.
He's just imagining. It's the placebo effect. He just thinks it's real, so it'll help him.
Sure. No, you won't know these things until you land. There's you would divide the city into 7 regions, including farming areas and multiple residential areas. There's a primitive infrastructure. Seems to be biotech industry, biotech transportation systems. You're not really sure about the communications, but if you did you can do kind of you could do a scan.
So there's
you could do a comm scan to see if there's actual internet in the area and figure that out with that.
Wouldn't we have picked up like if they had radio signals or anything?
Yeah, there are not any.
Okay.
Oh.
Well then.
But they could have. But the scan he did using sensors does not pick up like 0-point tech. So if they have somebody wandering around with a personal area network down there like you guys have, or even like slightly, or like there's a bunch of lambs and stuff on the data flow, you would find that with a comms test.
There could be dial-up.
There could be dial-up.
If they don't have radio, I doubt they have dial-up.
Well, I mean, radio, little different. They could have
gone the way of Dodo.
Radio's not used anymore by anyone for anything.
I mean, true, but still, like, radio waves are a thing. So
sure, but not on. If you went to a planet that was a colony of your people,
they are
people in the galactic community, and they put a colony on there, there would be no radio waves.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just like more establishing like the tech level of these people, and the tech level of these people seems to be pre-radio. These people,
biotech.
We don't know that.
You're detecting biotech facilities down there.
Oh, well, all right.
So there is in one of the sectors, one of the regions, there's a small set of small black-green spires, much smaller than the pyramids that you noticed on your first check, and they seem to be connected together by like walkways and stuff, and there are telltale signs that it is some sort of biotech plant or something, facility, like a biotech manufacturing facility.
Huh.
So it is a primitive infrastructure. They're living in sandstone buildings, but they have biotech industry and transportation systems. Biotech transportation is very uncommon because it's usually skipped, which means you have like animals and such that are genetically engineered to use as part of your transportation system.
Huh.
So as everybody knows, that means chocobos. But
It means what?
Chocobos. It's
Do,
Final
do,
Fantasy.
do.
It's a mountain Final Fantasy.
Ah,
okay, so do you guys looking at the settlement log? I exposed some info for you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We're going to capture some of those, right?
What? The Chocobo likes?
I didn't say you saw any chocobos. I was just joking. Sorry. Get you all
There are
excited.
no chocobos.
Subject of other things that are down there. So, do we have like a good idea of what this species is, or what it looks like at least?
Okay, so you detect multiple species, and you know immediately, Craig, what they are, because they're common galactic species. There are a lot of Onuk. There's some Alatus. There's some Septox. There's a few humans.
What are you?
Even the odd, small-looking, weird plant people walking about. As you know, are
Weird.
Yukon, like your pilot. So, their shape definitely fits people you should know, which is kind of odd since nobody's supposed to be here.
Blow it up from orbit.
I don't have a feeling this isn't going to go very well for us.
I feel like I said something about this like before we left when we were talking about this. I'm like, why are they sending us somewhere no one's been before? Obviously, someone's been here.
Maybe it's just not wanted to be known.
Maybe they
Maybe.
forgot.
Kind of like in episode 1, remember that, where they delete the planet from the archives.
Oh right.
I mean, you guys saw that movie like 1,000 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's in the archives. You kind of have to. It's
Yeah.
part of. It's part
It's a
of like
classic.
it's part of like the pilgrimage. Of that one.
Ironically, episode 1 was deleted from the archives.
I
Just
torrented it.
There's
I
the
got a bootleg
remake.
copy.
The remake.
It's actually a series of small episodes. It was on something called television. It's very different.
Yeah.
Mm.
Years later.
There's a guy named Jar Jar.
It was done
No,
after
he-
Amazon took over Disney. It was a big
He was eliminated by Amazon. There's no Jar Jar.
There's just a lot of scenes where they're looking at something that should be there. It's not there.
It's just not there.
It's just
like,
green.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Let's talk about that.
Do we have drones?
Cause.
Probably, dude.
You have a human.
Drones.
They're a lot like
I
a
say
drone.
we nuke them.
I meant like actual drones. Like
You
they
can
fly.
build one.
Okay.
It would cost you some supply, and we could do a fabrication process. Or you could just cloak and head down to the planet.
In between Icy, Craig would be like, do you want to check the comms?
I wouldn't mind because I can't build worth my life. It's not something I do.
Okay, so you can do some building. You know, you are a freaking engineer, dude.
Oh, I know. My mechatronics is 1.
Yeah. Building is all sorts of things. You need control systems and that sort of stuff.
I could
too.
probably build some kind of a drone.
You could. Are you going to check the comms? Is that what you just said you were going to do? Someone said you were going to do it.
Oh yeah. I said I was because
Hint, hint.
hint nudge.
It's not a hint. He suggested it. And
Yeah, he suggested it. And I was like,
and I was
sure.
responding to
Yeah.
said suggestion.
So yeah, I'll do it. I'll check those comms
You
Okay,
check
Sequoia.
check the shit out of those comms.
because Craig is actually in charge of the ship.
He
Craig.
He's
Just-
taking over.
I
behind me.
don't like the smirk Craig's got on his face. It looks like he knows something now.
Okay,
Keep
so
covered the whole time.
you can do an
Speak up, Craig.
Interface comms tech.
Interface comms, and you can use your link comms browser for this. If you wish.
If I wish.
You
What
only
is
have
the
2 charge, so.
What's the difficulty before I do that?
You don't get to know before. Yeah, it's
2.
good to know.
Yeah, I do. Don't I?
Yeah.
Or is that if that's not the case, then like
No. There's no way for me not to tell you. I have to hand you dice.
2 is not.
2.
Fair.
2 difficulty.
2? Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Okay.
Make it 5
Okay,
dice
fine.
in my favor.
May the odds ever
Nice.
be in your favor.
Oh, we can only hope. 2 threat dice. 1. See, that's why.
That's all
Wow.
you need. How many did you roll against it?
5.
5d2. In all likelihood, he had a good chance of critting, and he used
Yeah.
1 success.
I got 1.
Yes.
That's your bad roll for the night. Now they're all gonna be good.
Here we go. So outside you guys, there are pan signals. There are data flow signals in the system.
Okay.
And there are some on the planet near this place.
Mm-hmm.
You could try to trace them. There are also some flashing around at various other points so that you know they are around. These are basically the ones that you can access via your tachyon, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to detect them.
Is that ship one of the pans?
You can't tell. You rolled a 1.
True. I had to ask.
No, you can detect something that has tachyons. There are other signals that may or may not be there that don't have tachyon communication abilities, and there's at least one in that city that does. So that means there could be a member of the galactic community. They could have their own lands. The members of that ship could have landed and be running around the town shooting everyone. You have no idea.
Oh. You said I could try tracing it, right?
Yes, the problem with that is you're really far away.
Ah.
So it would increase the difficulty because
So we can cloak.
the link has the
I can
difficulty of an
cloak.
SDV.
Okay.
So the reason it was actually 2 difficulty, because just scanning to see if there's any data flow around is pretty easy. It would have been a 1. But because you're heading to extend the range, it was extra hard.
Oh, okay.
So SDV is the standard displacement value, which is basically the size of a starship. Below that, there's like the personal displacement value, which is the size that you tend to keep personal area networks at.
Right.
There's one below that, which is like kind of when you're trying to keep something kind of secret, so you can't just push a button from far away kind of access. And then there's beyond that's tachyon, and so that's tachyon range is within entire system.
Okay. How much closer would we have to get in order to like effectively trace?
You could trace right now. I'm just saying
I
it'd
could
be
do it
1
right
harder than
I-
it would normally be.
So it
I
would
got
be
cloaking.
So it would be 4, is what you're saying, rather than 3. Or
I
would
will
be
tell
3
you
rather
what the
than
difficulty
2?
is in half a second.
Okay, good to know.
Cloaking is so cheap.
Cloaking.
It's cheating.
It's not. We have it. Other people have it.
Yeah, I got like 6 if I use the ships.
Do it. You do it now.
Bring us in, Mr. Craig.
Okay, so the difficulty for this is 6.
Oh, yeah, no.
If
we
you
need to get
fail, you will
closer.
still find something,
But
but you might get back traced or something else will probably happen.
yeah, I'm gonna play it a little bit safer, just a little bit. So yeah, I report back to the rest of the crew about my current findings, and also am say, so we need to get closer to that city so we can find out where the hell that tachyon's coming from.
And Craig engages stealth.
Okay. So you want to stealth and land on the planet. That's your plan?
This is like which Star Trek movie, the third one, where they go to Earth. Sorry.
So,
the plan?
you guys want to land?
Where they're looking.
Yeah,
for
do we want to land? I was just like getting closer, and that's I could either.
It's not going to
land-
make a difference. You
Okay.
can either do it from here, and that's because you're trying to trace what you were trying to trace before, or you can go down there and look around. You can stealth and go and land there and look around.
We might as well, if we're going to be
Stealthing.
stealth, we might as well fly around and look first before we get closer. To get
Yeah.
closer, right? Rather than walk around on our stupid feet like idiots.
Yeah,
You guys
this
are
is why.
way
This
too
is why.
cautious.
This is
I could
why I
fly.
asked if we had drones.
We don't. That was your
I know.
answer.
I know it was.
This
I
is
could
not the
bake
fun
one,
thing.
though.
We should just go in and then just start walking around.
You know who has the final decision over all this?
Who?
The captain.
I feel
Yeah.
like I've had little to no input so far in this whole conversation.
Hey, we turn to you. Hey, captain.
Yeah?
Choose.
Someone make a
Captain.
choice.
A drone is a complicated piece of machine. That'd take a long time to make.
Yeah, it would. That's
don't know
why it was
about-
just a suggestion, not a like.
I don't know about you,
So-
losers, but I can fly.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I'll get back into the seat. So, Claire
Captain.
rushes back to her.
Society is broken
Pilot
down.
seat.
We need someone to make a decision. We're at a four-way stop. Help
So
us!
what's the difficulty on the stealth?
The stealth difficulty is 4.
That's difficult.
Damn.
That's hard.
Have we received any indication that we
Hard,
actually
bracket,
need to stealth?
4, bracket.
It's hard to vibrate molecules.
It's difficult by virtue of the fact that it's harder than medium, therefore it's difficult.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do it.
so the ship has 2 for its holography, and I
Yeah.
have 4, so that's a 6, right?
Okay, so, what? So, you can spend one of the ship's charge to activate your holoprojectors on board your ship to stealth you.
Hmm.
And you
Okay.
have whatever dice. So click the dice on your character sheet, and then add 2 if you want to spend this charge.
Well, we
Does that
have
make
to because
sense?
doesn't the ship have an overcharge, or was that the last one we used?
Oh, does it have an overcharge on it?
It does
I
not.
thought it did.
Nobody
Hmm.
clicked it.
Oh
Was it
That's
supposed to?
2.
I added the.
no, it went to 3. I don't think anyone else added it. Never mind.
Oh, you're right.
So now it's at 2. And that's
Okay.
2 successes.
Nice.
Yeah.
You rolled 6 dice?
Yes, I have 4 in holography and then plus 2 from the ship.
Okay, cool. Okay, so,
Yay.
excellent. 1 second. So, you are definitely hidden. Oh, we're losing people again. Hey, Paul, you back?
Did I go somewhere?
Yes, you blinked off.
You did vanish for a second.
It's a glitch.
Okay, so
Let's just get stitches.
okay, so who's on the sensor station?
Yeah. You're pilot. That's right. You're piloting and sensors.
No, I'm piloting.
No, I'm sensors and shields.
Oh, that's right.
Captain Lee
I
Carter,
assume 'cause
what
you
station do you
uh,
man?
Cloaking.
I mean, I'll just sit in the captain's chair unless there's something specific.
God damn it.
Captain, I'm tired of looking at your tights from up there in your captain's chair.
I'm not really.
You can't do
What
shit.
stations are left? Yeah.
You can take one of Craig's stations.
Yes, because Craig right now is manning 2 stations.
But I like my stations.
Well,
I like the
my
stations.
Shields or sensors? Those are your choices.
I'm
Or you-
currently doing shields, so it would probably just be sensors at this point.
I'll just jump past sensors.
Or you can take astronavigation away from Audi.
that's not currently being
prob-
done.
Yeah, you could probably do that better than me.
Okay, so
Not my
Captain,
fault.
you are at the sensor station. I would like you to make a scan, please. At a
Okay.
4 difficulty.
Wait. How good is your scan?
Good question. I'm looking for it on the white sheet.
You're rolling
Perception.
alertness,
I've
perception
got 3 dice.
alertness, against a 4 difficulty.
Oh well, I'm doomed to fail then, aren't I?
And you may use a point
Not
for the
necessarily.
ship.
Yeah. Okay.
Although you can't actually use it because you don't have survey sensors, which it would require. Okay, cool.
Remember-
So just roll against 4 difficulty, please.
Okay.
And remember, just because the difficulty is higher than how many dice you're rolling doesn't mean you're going to fail.
Nope.
Just a higher likelihood.
How many dice are you rolling? Oh, nice.
Look at
See, there
that!
you go. Nice.
Magical.
Oh man,
No,
we're gonna
you just
fail
have
so
to
hard
roll-
later on.
No failures on your dice. See how that's done?
You just have to not have to fail. It's easy.
That's
how you
do
do
that,
it.
Craig.
I really wish that a certain I don't know XO that we have would learn how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe at the end of this thing we can switch some expertise around. Anyways. You can be like, you know what? You running around on the ground, isn't that useful? Why don't you do this? Okay, so despite your non-expertise in this field, you do detect something. It is a ship moving up, having
Oh.
noticed you,
What?
but not know exactly where you are. As is a success of a 1 on stealth.
That was 2 success.
Doesn't matter.
It's the margin.
A plus or a 3 is all that matters. Is it a positive value or is it a free?
Gotcha.
Those get different things. It's bracketed. Anywho, so you are noticing, you notice them, and they are basically, you know that they know that you're in this general vicinity somewhere, and they are searching for you.
Hey guys, there's a ship searching for us.
What?
Yeah.
Great.
I'll give you a little bit of info. You know it is a similar class to your vessel. It's also a corvette, but that's pretty much all you know.
Great. That's just grand. Well,
You pretty much detect them as they head through the atmosphere as you're heading into the atmosphere. Are you guys heading into the atmosphere, or are you just sitting in space still?
I thought we were heading down.
That's what I thought, but
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's what I thought.
That's
Okay,
the
so
plan.
you
that's
guys
what
are
we
heading
decided,
down towards
yeah.
the planet. Where are you going?
towards the city, I assume, because I said we should get closer.
So you're just gonna hover over the city like in
Into the crops. We're gonna make some circles.
No, we're not. I'm piloting this vessel. We're not making crop circles.
Oh, by the way, oh yeah, that's your own. Cool. So, you guys head down over the city. You see a lot more of what I suggested earlier. I will give you these regions for free, what they are named.
Oh, thanks.
And I will give you a description in a second. Just let me change what.
The Craven District. The Skin Plant. Oh. That's not at all a disturbing name. Definitely not.
You know, I bet I could group these. I never grouped anything in this program.
Oh, fun.
We should name this world since we're the first ones.
Yeah,
to
didn't
find
we?
it other than-
I think we agreed on that we were naming this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are so the first people here.
Well, not the first people
Always.
here.
They
but first-
they haven't announced what their world is called. They didn't hail us, so obviously
We're just gonna name it already claimed.
that's a terrible name.
We're gonna name it Audi.
No, we're not. You're
Okay,
gonna
so
name
you
it
move
that.
over. You see the general areas. I gave you the names. You probably wouldn't really actually know them, but you can tell there's like a couple large marketplace areas, a floodplain full of flooded crops, resource gathering material stuff going on. 2 residential districts, one that seems to be in better repair and one that seems a little poor. As I said, the industrial section has a large a large biotech plant, and the area with the spire pyramids seems to be the political center by the amount of people and the way they're moving around and such. So you are hovering over the city. Now what?
Well.
So we're looking for some sort of signal tachyon first.
Yeah,
or-
I was gonna try finding that.
Getting closer
tracing
here.
the tachyon burst.
You're kind of like monitoring that. It is coming from the atmosphere somewhere and not from the city.
Oh, so it's that ship.
And if there is,
That makes sense. Okay.
if they have networks, if they have like RimTech networks, data flow networks, they're not tachyon enabled.
Hey guys, remember too that so this ship obviously does not belong here.
Mm-hmm.
They're here for the first time, just like we are.
Yeah.
This is super important. First impressions. I don't know. They're gonna find something we might not find, or they're gonna be the first to hit this thing, or obviously they don't belong here, just like us.
So
Yeah.
destroy them.
I say we fire a warning shot across its nose.
Across the bow.
Well, you don't know
No.
exactly where it is. You'd have to find it.
Dude, how bad for your health is it to stay cloaked for an extended period of time?
It's
Will we
fine.
get like horrible diarrhea or something? Okay.
Just you, but that might be
Yeah.
something else.
I was saying it's something that Craig gave me to eat, probably.
Probably.
It's
Probably.
just because we share the same room.
You all do.
I do not share the same room with you, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, you never, nobody bought suites on this crew. So your ship does not have any private suites. You are just all living in the quarters, in the bunks.
I bet we don't have a brig either again, huh?
I do not believe you bought a brig either.
I didn't even think about that stuff. Ugh.
I sleep in the pilot's chair, so that's okay.
There's a
That's-
cargo hold that functions as a brig.
They've
They
done
haven't
that
had a-
before. It's good times.
Of course they have.
So,
So yeah.
what are we doing? We're now hovering V-like
We-
above the city.
Captain, I think we should follow this ship since they don't know we're here. We need to figure out who they are and what they're doing here.
They know we're here.
They know you're here. They just don't
They
know
do?
exactly where
Yeah.
you are.
They just don't know where we are. That's what the
That's what
captain
that's
found.
But they can't see it. They can't track us, right?
Just like you can't track them. You guys both know each other there, but don't really know where each other are.
Okay, so we don't have visual contact with them.
Yeah, we're gonna play freaking Battleship with them.
It's like when you have a submarine and it knows there's a submarine in the area because it gets
Yeah.
a ping, but it doesn't know where it is.
Right.
Yeah, we'll just
Exactly
fire
like
random.
that.
We'll just fire random shots into the atmosphere and hope to hit them. That's
Well,
what we'll do.
I'll just open the hatch. I'll put my hand out, and I can tell where they are.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I feel the air.
So what
Alright.
are we actually doing for all of realness? Stalled above this planet for like your first hour. of
Trying.
this
I
session.
feel like that ship was coming to intercept us, but like, for what reason's the real question.
I feel like the best idea is probably just to touch down before they shoot us down.
Well, if they're hidden just like us, yeah.
Oh, here's a question: Is
Probably.
there any area in the city that we can see that would seem like a landing pad or a space like port?
Why
no,
would that be?
they do not have spaceports.
Well, is there anywhere that's like that would look like a ship would land at?
They do not
No,
have spaceports.
they don't have space capability.
Not that
There's
you
a
could tell.
I'm more asking like, where did this ship come from if it came from the city?
That's right. It didn't come from the city. That's what I'm saying.
Remember when you
Oh.
came in and you thought you detected a ship a
Yeah.
little bit ahead of you?
Oh,
It's here for the first time, just like we are.
well, that's awkward. Okay.
So
It's like
Problem
two
with
people who meet at a wedding that they're crashing.
Well,
Both of those.
the odds are it's too good at odds. Like it's somebody who tracked us here for sure.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
that could be. That's crazy. So everybody, check your pants for tracking devices right now.
I do that. I'm like 100% sure I don't have any tracking devices on. Good anyway.
How could they have tracked us? Can I ask that question? What are the ways they
just
could?
as a general
that-
knowledge thing? Well, you
Yeah.
know from your talk with the client
Yeah.
that they thought the Marquita route was coming here and may have some of the same information.
Okay,
So,
so
they wouldn't
we
have
just
to track you.
All right, so we more or less got information around the same time then.
No,
Yeah.
they probably got it. You were ahead of them, but then you went and got your ass lost. And
Yeah.
went and had to fly through an entire other system, which put you
Ah.
a day further behind. So they
Ah.
caught up.
I
In
see.
an alternate version of this, you probably would have arrived before them, and they may arrive after you. But
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well. So yeah. Sequoia kind of just speaks up. It's like, do we land or do we look for
I
the
don't
other
think
ship?
we should land. I think we should.
Keep going.
We should keep scanning. Scan. I say scan.
scan for what?
the other ship.
No, don't scan for the other ship.
The other ship's gonna be ghosting us regardless of what we do because we got here at the same time.
You're basically they're cloaked. You're cloaked. You're cloaked. You're both trying to scan for each other, but you're cloaked.
Okay, another general knowledge question.
Sure.
So, being that we're kind of like two submarines, when you're on a submarine and you want to stay hidden, you stay quiet, right? So, how do we stay quiet? Is there anything that we could do that could give our position away, like
You were
scanning or
cloaked.
something like that?
You're cloaked.
Okay. So, even if we scan, we won't like give off any kind of pulse or anything like that, or
Yes, you can if you just roll like a 1 or you roll
Okay.
badly.
yeah,
You can
okay.
get detected.
Gotcha.
So,
I get you.
like-
Yeah.
The outcomes for a notice roll is yes, but it notices you.
Yeah. So maybe okay.
Complete
so
is
maybe-
without it noticing you. That's kind of what happened, except it already
Right.
kind of knew where you were, and so it knows the general vicinity that you're in, but you keep moving and you're close
Yeah.
still.
So maybe we should scan for the other ship, just so I mean, because he probably thinks he knows where he's going. We could potentially follow him, or I don't know.
If you
Yeah.
if you
Or
did
they
land,
have no idea.
Your ship could still stay cloaked, and then
Right.
you could head out. It's up to you guys.
On our stupid feet. Yeah.
Or we could go look for the other planets. There are 2 other planets we could look at.
Yeah.
Then we leave that guy here to explore this one.
And we can come back.
He has all the stuff.
This is it right here.
Is it?
Yeah.
You have scanned already all of the moons around the Corley's Giant, and none of them were habitable. And you scanned the silicate planet around this gas giant, and it was. The outer zone is not technically habitable. Some of the planets could be, except the fact that you do know that there's an asteroid belt and a bunch of small bodies and an ice ring there. So, yeah, that's not going to have anything in it.
You know what they
And
say about
out
an
in
asteroid
the
belt.
outer rim, you know there's sometimes a comet. A comet tends to be in different locations. It's just always listed in the rim. And there's a small ice body. That's it.
There's
So-
one so basically there's one other planet. Is
There's one other planet, and it's not habitable
Hmm.
because the heat is far too high,
well, all right then.
and it has a hydrogen atmosphere.
Right. Oh yeah, that was that one. Okay.
We need to
I was
find a
looking at the
way
wrong
to make them expose themselves.
Ew.
You can just search for them. You can roll again and search for them.
Yeah,
Move
that's
around
what
in
I'm
the search
saying.
pattern or
Yeah.
something.
Let's
Do that.
look for them again. See where they are.
Let's push this. Let's push this story. Come on, do it.
Okay.
Take
So
the fight
where
to
are
it.
you looking? Tell me how you're looking different than last time.
My face is in the window scanning. No, I was kidding.
Like, are you
Um,
looking around on the ground? Are you still looking through the air? Where are you scanning for this vessel?
I mean, I think
Because you're now at space scale, right? Before you were at like planetary scale, and so you're just scanning, getting general things, and then I let you do a like precise analysis. But there was enough people that you could figure out. There goes
Let's
Brock.
go. Oh boy,
Oh,
I'm
there
still
you
here.
go.
pilot's dead.
Oh, it's going like that. That's weird.
So this is entirely up to the captain because he's in the survey chair right now, since Greg's taking care of the shield. You know,
So you have below you a
Camouflage.
large city. It's like a primitive city. It kind of imagine, yes, like Cairo or something, except for the pyramids are very, very different. And instead of one big Nile river, there's like lots of rivers, and there's fields around them. And most of the fields that are being used for food production are kind of in like one area, and that's near one of the habitable areas and that sort of thing, or one of the residential areas. And then around the outside, there are some fields, but they seem to be less the core of the city kind of fields, like people, you know, like suburbs.
I mean, part of the ways we can like differentiate this is the fact that we know what we're looking for, so we can be like, all right, we're looking for only signals that have a tachyon like device attached to them. We're looking for signals that are the size of a Corvette class ship, and we're looking for signals that are tied to an organization that we know of, which is probably Marquis de Roux.
Okay, so in general,
Right,
there
roll
are
it.
two ways that you can scan. That you're going to do what we think of as scanning. There is 0-point scan, which is what the captain was doing, where you check how space-time is shaped and look for ship shapes. There are data flow traces, where you try to trace where certain signals are coming from and try to find them that way. Which do you want to do?
I mean, I can trace.
So you can also determine where you're looking. Like, are you looking on the ground? Are you looking in the air? Do you think they landed? Do you think they're flying around? Do you think they're downtown? Whatever the hell the city's called.
I think they're
Red
still
Eye
flying.
District.
I think they're still flying around. Because we're still flying around.
Yes,
But
but you're
that's not a good
incredibly
assumption.
indecisive, so I don't know if I'd use that as a guide.
Look, look, man. I don't know what they would be doing if they landed in the city anyway. And I
Taking
feel like we would,
samples, gathering artifacts. I don't know
What we should
What we're
probably
supposed to be
do.
doing?
what you're
aren't
supposed
they
to
a
That's
do.
useful.
hold on? Aren't they a terrorist group?
One person's
They're freedom
terrorist, another
fighters.
person's.
Okay, excuse me. Aren't they a revolutionary group?
Yes.
They are another faction in the group. They are revolutionary against the people who run this place, which is the House Luria, and against XMI, the most powerful faction in the area. They
Tactics
are
are
about
questionable.
people's rights and basically trying to get down the oppression of the corporate fathers and try to make this sector, which is a rather newly colonized sector, to be like this democratic sector or something. That's
Shouldn't
what they
we be on
preach.
their side? See where?
We should be, especially because whatever this like city is very. It like seems very
Fragile.
politically stratified,
Yeah.
also fragile.
What you do know about them from their recent activities that branded them as terrorists is they were branded as terrorists by the XMI after they did some
They're not cool.
terrorist activities. They did some strikes against
Don't
multiple
want to be part of their
sources looking for basically be able to do a raid on a couple different facilities. So they covered it up by also doing a couple other attacks at the time, which is why they had to use free spacers rather than just using their corporate cops to move in on them.
I've killed a lot of them, so I don't think they let me join at this point. Probably.
Well,
I think I'd
as a
like
crew-
them because I don't like XMI, but that's territory.
What do you? What?
Yeah.
Say that out loud.
As a
Don't
crew,
say
you
that.
can't technically change patrons, but
No.
that is a thing.
We
have to
got a
consider.
job.
Anyway,
As
you
later
currently
on-
have a job for House Sospredo where you're supposed to be
I
gaining
work for money.
samples
But yeah,
and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, my people.
I
Oh,
have a
and
feeling-
killing Marquita Rube. That's part of your contract.
Yeah, I have a feeling if they did land, they're on the outside of the city. So I'd either look in the air or the outside of the city, outskirts of the city.
Okay, so
Carpet
you're just
bombs
looking in
on
the
the way.
general outskirts of the city, in the land, in the air. Okay. And are
Mhm.
you tracing them with your comms
Mhm.
skill or with your programming? Okay.
With
Go ahead.
inscription, yeah.
Yep. So you're trying to
Alright.
trace a network.
Yeah.
So the network, remember, they're not on ships. They're on people.
You need to succeed this roll.
And you just want to detect one. You don't give a shit who it is, right?
Yeah, it doesn't particularly matter. I don't know how many of them are there, so I can't really figure
But
like
if
like,
there were more than one, you would want.
What-
You'd be trying to find probably the least good one.
What are we gonna do
Yeah,
when we find
probably.
them?
I have no idea. That's why I'm gonna find out who they are first.
If it is Marquita
Well, if it is Marquita, then well,
We have contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
might not be the. You mean like just blow them out of the sky?
That's not my suggestion.
Prisoner.
I have a feeling everyone else's suggestion is probably that. Mine's kind of like, yeah, prisoners, or like, maybe we should talk to them first. Why they're here?
Just
you know.
for the record, guys, I'm better stabbing people than shooting people with cannons.
Oh, that's good. I'm better at shooting people now.
Like
Okay.
we get me on the ground. I probably take them all out by myself.
Mm,
But
okay, cool, great.
Okay, so here's the bird's eye lowdown on the situation. Difficulty
Okay.
is 4. That's the
Oh,
lowest
boy.
common denominator in the group.
What tool can I use?
Smart.
You can use your link.
Link what?
Well, you're just
Dev
trying
kit?
to detect them, so comm browser's probably fine.
Com browser? Okay, both of those are fine. I'm gonna be out of charge, but I'm using it because I need it. So that's another 2.
Well, if you roll 5, you'll get charged. You roll a 6, you get 2.
Well,
You
yeah,
should do
but
that.
it's
You should so do that. Go ahead. This would
that'd be
awesome.
great. It's 4 threat dice. Here we go. 3 successes. All right.
Oh,
Yes.
Cool.
okay, cool. I thought that was your last roll. Okay, sweet. So, yes, you are trying to find them.
So I
Yes.
keep my charge.
You do
Cool.
detect multiple pans, multiple data flow interfaces on the ground. Well, you detect one. And because you
Okay.
roll a 3, you know there's a couple other around, but you detect one. It's on the ground, outside the city, several kilometers outside the city.
Cool. All right.
You now know enough that you could technically, you know where they are in both real, in space time, and on the network. So you could right now, if you want to, try to hack them, but you're at tachyon range.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be a let's get closer.
Yes. So if you're
Alright.
within their ship kind of range, like they're inside your ship somewhere kind of distance, then you could hack them without any increased disadvantage of 1.
All right. Well,
Okay,
That's
so
all
yes, you know where they are.
rest of the crew is just like, hey, we found our visitors.
Where are they?
Outskirts of the city.
Yeah, so picture the city is this kind of big area of rivers and stuff, and then off in, what is this? What type of land is this? Let me double check so I can describe the footage.
Is there only one ship?
Yes, out in the...
Yeah.
So beyond the city, there are basically jungles of mammoth ferns. Like Earth would have had during the dinosaur age or whatever. Before
yeah.
there were trees and grass. There were these mammoth ferns, and then ferns on the ground and everything. So ferns is the most common material in this entire region. There are rare cactuses and crystals as well. These like crystalline kind of plants. And some fungus, like in the rest of the world, has those. But the most common here is basically this giant fern jungle going around the entire city and filling most of this river. Like this.
And there just happens to be a giant shape that looks like a ship. Like, right? I mean, that's it's.
You normally slide down amongst them.
No, I'm just joking. No. So me and the captain could go infiltrate their ship, the moon.
Yeah, so you know where the ship are. What are you doing? Are you flying there?
Yeah, we're gonna fly there.
Okay.
We're doing it.
I need a stealth roll and a pilot roll.
Okay.
So your pilot, you can go in whichever order you want, and the other person will get a bonus.
Ooh.
Get the bonus for the stealth roll, please.
It's actually, yeah, it is a stealth roll, just a stealth roll, not a pilot roll. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, who's doing stealth?
Aren't you?
You are. You're the shields.
You're shielding.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because it looked like you were trying to do it.
Oh no, I was gonna do the piloting roll, but we didn't need it.
Then I realized
just-
there's nothing hard about flying there. It's about being
No.
noticed.
I've been
Okay,
flying around
so-
this planet for long enough.
I'm taking that 6 again, but what's the difficulty?
4.
Damn.
Don't you dare.
These cloaking tests, man.
Yeah.
You keep flickering off.
There you go.
What's happening to
My
me?
God!
Okay. So you go unnoticed.
Nice.
They probably know you're around still. They're alerted, but they don't know where you are. Are you landing close by, further off in the jungle, right on top of them? What's your plan?
I was considering we hover right above them, we drop Audie and the captain over them.
I'm
That was
sure
a
they
good-
will beat however many people are aboard on their own.
That was a consideration. I'm still, as the pilot, I'm like, probably should like land somewhere safe and actually like collect samples and stuff because we're on a habitable world as well.
You
rather than
could
just be, like,
fly
military
towards
position.
them and just open fire too. That's something you can do. You have a ship with weapons on board.
I am not in charge of what I'm not.
I think that's a good idea, actually, because
Regardless, we're gonna do a flyby of them. That's something I will do.
it's such an unknown right now, so we can't trust them. We can't trust that they have the upper hand on us. We can't trust that they have more people. And
By
so if
flyby, do you mean you're trying to figure out what they're about and who they are by scanning them at close range?
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Hack
did
the shit out of
yourself.
them.
Captain, you're in the sensors. You're operating the sensors.
I am indeed.
So,
Alright,
I thought we were hacking them.
We could do that too after we scan them.
Can you scan them?
We have to scan them first, then we'll hack them. All of the above.
Mhm.
So difficulties for.
You got it, scan.
Can he use depth?
Which one am I doing right now?
It is depth analysis because you're actually trying to look at the ship specifically. You're not trying to find it. You know where it is because somebody detected the data flow location.
Okay, sorry, that's a full.
4 difficulty, yes.
And you get a +2 if you use the depth.
I got a 1.
Oh,
Oh well, there you go. Cool.
wow. 2 for 2 on this.
Okay, so the problem with this, without taking the extra, using the depth analysis on the ship, and just succeeding barely, is you now know who they are, and you see. I'll tell you about the ship in a second, but they are noticing you.
Damn it.
So I'll tell you who they are, and you can decide
else.
what you do.
I was a bit confused about what I was doing. Was there a better alternative?
There's a tool you could have used to get an extra 2 dice.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can use the ship's depth
Depth
analyzer
analyzer.
mod to gain 2 more dice by spending 1 charge. But you did not do that, and I think that's fine. They know that you're here. So they're going to notice you despite your stealth, but you did manage to get close enough and get a good scan of them and that sort of
Open
thing.
fire.
Okay, so let me describe to you what you see. So you scan the area. You see a vessel that you would describe as a carrier with full capacity, as in it carries shuttles. It's the same class as you are, so it's the same size, except instead of having a proper cargo bay and that sort of thing, it carries 8 shuttles.
Wow.
Yes, it is. Seems to be. You recognize it, Audie. It is
okay.
a similar design to the shuttles you saw. It's the same sort of green, bubbly kind of design.
Not good.
It is. You know it to be Marquis de Roux vessel.
Yeah.
You've seen these that they use. So it's a green and orange vessel. It looks like it's designed for water landings. Most vessels other than yours are specialized for things.
Right.
Your vessel's very specific and very generalized. It can do like anything.
Yeah.
But most of the vessels you're going to run into can't.
Once they get those shuttles up and out, they swarm, man. It's not a good thing.
Yeah. So you do notice that their shuttle bay doors are brought up. So the way they work is they're these big doors that pop up like this, and then they kind of drop the shuttles out. So those are open, and there's no shuttles inside.
Oh, there's no shuttles. So
Oh.
they're out.
They're out already.
Yes.
And
you know that they've sensed you. There are actually at least a couple people on the ground that you also sense.
I run to the gunner's chair.
Hold on.
You're in the gunner's chair, man. That is I believe your station is weapons officer. So you are where you need to be.
Was I? Yeah.
Remember, it's like AR controls of everything, so you can see outside and you have control over the weapon. The way the weapon works is it's like an emitter that kind of slides around part of the ship and basically can shoot everything on that side of the ship.
Cool.
Exactly.
So you just fire pulses at things. It's awesome.
Since we are doing a flyby and we're far closer, can I try hacking them?
Yes, but I'm gonna make it slightly more difficult. You still get the difficulty because it's gonna be who are you trying to hack? The person you detected?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you trying to do by hacking them? What does hacking mean to you?
Hacking in this case is gaining information on who they are and potentially like any mission information.
They're Marquis de Roux.
Okay, so you're just gonna try to bypass them and like scoop a bunch of info.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scooping data from them basically.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool. Let's do it. Hack.
Three difficulty.
3 difficulty. Alright, I'm gonna use I'm assuming it's a link.
Yes,
something.
and you need to, because you're hacking, you need to use your development kit.
That's fine. It's the same as my comm browser. I'm gonna use it. This is important to me.
Okay.
And it's 3. Let's go. 4 successes.
There you go. You get to charge, and you get pretty much the info you're looking for. This doesn't mean you get like all his secure info and that sort of stuff.
That's
You're just
fine.
scooping kind of a random assortment of stuff out of his network as you fly by.
Cool.
You know that all their pans are in like personal modes. So they don't have any public information showing whatsoever.
Right.
Which would be standard thing if you were going around doing secrety things. You guys do that all the time.
Good to know.
You just have to tell me that you're doing it.
Right.
Okay, so you are basically trying to get a bunch of information. Okay, so the information you know is you get who this person is. That he's a member of the Marquis de Roux. This is a person named Minha.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Who I personally knows.
Yeah.
They're also on our contract because of Audi.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is standing there. When you did the scan, UBC detected he was standing there with a group of, like... if you showed Audie, he would say, "Hey, criminals I recognize escaping with Minha." A bunch of thug-looking dudes.
Cool.
So they're basically standing there as you're flying over, and they all look up at you, and...
Not
Actually, it's not that bad. They see you on the ship, and they communicate, so you see them get a message and look up, trying to see the ship that they can't really see with their bare eyes. But yes, you know it's Minha. You can see exactly where he is. What else did you have? Yes, so they're here looking for... there are several like messages about the area. A lot of the information you already have. They got similar information. They did detect the fact that they do have at least one LAN in the area. But they don't know whether or not... It doesn't have tachyon capabilities or anything, so they only had the spare information. That's pretty similar to what you got. There's conversation about maybe they're heading that direction to look for the ancient alien artifacts. Okay. And they're planning on heading towards the city. They dropped Minha down to move in on this sort of thing. He's going to walk into the city right now. That's his mission.
One more question before firing commences, because firing is about to commence. Do I now have any information on where the shuttles have gone?
Yes, they released them from the vessel. They went to drop the the away team off, and then they put shuttles into orbit.
Oh.
So there's 2 squadrons. They have a full selection of 8. So that's 2 squadrons of 4 shuttles. You know.
All right. Yeah, I'm
looking
share
for you actually.
I'm gonna share this information with Audie, well, with everyone, but especially Audie. Be like, hey, this guy looked important to you.
Yes.
And Audie just
commence firing.
Open fire.
All right,
that's the guy right there.
It's your
and I zoom in on his nose hairs.
Okay, so you need evidence of their dealings, and you're supposed to capture or kill Minha and Rainier Muse. Just so you remember.
Our path is clear.
So we just got some data dump from them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically kind of moving directly into this. That was kind of what happened before we started this kind of round. So what do you guys want to do this round? Each person can tell me what they're going to do, and who wants to start.
I'm going to drop balls of pain on them.
If they still can't see me, I think I would still be in stealth. If they do see us, then full-on shields.
Okay, so you can try to stealth every round, and then also do shields. It makes it one more difficult if you're doing that sort of thing. So this round, you know they've detected you.
Yeah, they detected us, but they still can't exactly pinpoint us, right?
They noticed you when he scanned. They basically traced back the scan.
Okay, so then we have to either re-stealth or just go full on shields?
Yes. They will be able to shoot at you this round if they wish, before you can stealth again.
They're gonna
because it's simultaneous actions. They'll be able to see you and shoot you.
Be ready for their shells to come back, because they're probably already sending out a signal. Get back here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, oh, we found them.
Yeah.
If we're firing on this ship, I'm gonna get us to fly back towards the city.
Because there's nothing like being noticed having a dogfight above a city in spaceship.
Exactly.
Okay, let's all think what we're going to do. It might be a good time to take a break.
Yeah.
It is almost 8 o'clock. And then we're going to go into what looks like it might be starship combat.
Yeah.
There's this beautiful ship just sitting there defenseless while it's waiting for its defenders to come back.
still a Corvette, like you. But okay, we'll see what they do and whether or not they manage to destroy their enemies or not right after
Be
this.
fun either way.
So see you guys at like 5 minutes after 8.
Sure.